up, you guys? It's me, Jasmine, and I wanted to do a video about my Android phone, the ZTE Warp. But first, I want to do a couple of shout-outs, but mainly this video is going to be about the pros and cons of the phone, because I've had it for like more than a month now, so it's like, hey, I can tell you what I personally think about it, and by the end of the video, I'll tell you if I recommend it to you or not, so just keep watching. But like I said, first, let's do these shout-outs. Okay, so I am not going to be doing these in the order that it was liked, obviously, and I got 15 likes. So the first person is Rich Ken, Sarah Garcia, Michael Baxter, hey, Marisol Gutierrez. If I screwed up your last name, I apologize. I'm not trying to be funny. Just screwed it up. The next person is Jean Moke. I think I pronounced that right. Hey. Armani Randolph, Melissa Stewart. Hey. Vincent Jenkins. I like your profile picture. Jerome Patton Jr. Deshaun Menace. Deshia, no, I'm pretty sure it's Deshia. Faith Brownie. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry. Selena Serrano. I love you because I like your name. I'm so weird. Okay. Ashton. Hey, Ashton. Deontay Big Boy Lucas, and last but not least, Tyrone. Oh, and one more person, I want to give a shout out to Anthony, because he always wants shout outs in my videos, but he doesn't have a Facebook, so he can't like my status, so I'm just going to give a shout out to him. But alright, so here we go with the review of the ZTE Warp from Boost Mobile. So I want to do cons first, because I usually like hearing the bad news before the good news. And plus, there's really not a lot of bad things about this phone to me personally. But actually, I want to start off by saying one good thing. Everybody who has an Android phone knows that the battery life is like crappy on the phone. But this phone personally the battery life isn't that bad. Like, my phone hasn't been charged in the last 2 days, and I'm frequently on my phone. So, and my brightness is turned up like in the middle, not like the default setting that it comes on. It's kind of more turned up, because if it's too dark, it'll hurt my eyes. So just keep that in mind. Like, battery life is pretty good to me. But okay, other than that, the cons of this phone, like I said, it's not a lot. My number one pet peeve about this phone right now is the ringtones. My friend Anthony, he downloads his music off Music Paradise or something, because, you know, obviously if you want to buy ringtones, they come like you have to buy them or whatever if you want really like high quality ringtones. And us in this society today has found ways to download music and then set them as their ringtones. But don't download music from Music Paradise and then eventually set it as your ringtone, because the thing is when the file goes bad, which I personally don't agree with, like, why would the file go freaking bad? But then it's like, whatever, it is what it is. When the file goes bad, it'll change your ringtone automatically. So what I mean by that is, like, say for instance, you have your ringtone set, you know, for your, okay, I'll give you an example. My ringtone for Anthony was Domino by Jessie J, and I was set on it and everything. But then one day he called me and it was like ringtone, and I was like, who is that? And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's Anthony. So it changed. The file went bad, so I had to find another Domino and then set his ringtone to that. And I personally think it's just a waste of time, like, to keep changing it. Just find another place to download music from. I got my ringtones now off Mixer. They have terrible selection of music, but what you can do is, if you have music files already on your computer, you can make your own ringtones and then send them to your phone, and the file doesn't go bad at all. I've had that like that for a while, so yeah, I'm happy with that. That noise is me slapping my thigh, by the way. Okay, Another bad thing is I hate the Go Locker sometimes, because this is my locker right now. Oh snap! This is my locker right now. I set it like this at like the beginning of October because obviously you know it's Christmas time. Obviously you know it's Halloween time, and you know it's Halloween time, so I changed it to this. But what happened was I can lock my screen and then unlock it, and then it'll still be on my home screen, and it's really annoying because I can literally be scrolling through my phone like I never locked it in the first place. And I really hate that because I know some people, they like install like the passcode thing because, you know, just in case somebody steals your phone, but literally it takes so long for the passcode to pop up. Sometimes people can like steal, I don't know, if you keep your bank account number or something in your phone, they have time to go through your contacts and go do it. That's how long it takes for the passcode thing to pop up. So I literally hate Go Locker when it does that. Another bad thing to me is the camera. I took a picture off the camera in this same lighting and everything, and the camera is pretty good. It's supposed to be pretty good, but the lighting and the way how it's set, I don't know if I have to adjust my settings, but I have like many times, and it was very tint. I really did not like the way how the picture came out. It came out very light and you couldn't really see me, and need I remind you, I'm in this light and the camera is supposed to be smoking awesome, so that kind of made me mad. So if you were taking pictures off something else, maybe, because sometimes I can take really good pictures off this phone, but then sometimes it takes really bad pictures and I really hate it, and I would rather take pictures off my iPod. And you know, anybody who has an iPod or an iPhone camera, sometimes those cameras can be really crappy, so just remember that. Like, don't think, oh, because you get a DCU Warp, like, oh, my pictures are gonna turn out glamorous. No, they're not, actually. One more bad thing, actually. I don't know how to explain this correctly. Sometimes when people call me, they go straight to voicemail. My phone doesn't ring, and then the only thing that'll pop up, it doesn't even tell me if I have a missed call or not. I get lucky if somebody leaves me a voicemail. That's it. And don't say, oh, well, you know, Jasmine, it's because you have fast service, because you have Boost Mobile. Okay, let me tell you this. It's 2012. Boost Mobile is not the same anymore. I don't have a goddamn chirp on my phone. Like, seriously, it has upgraded. And actually, Boost Mobile does not make you ghetto or anything. It's ran by Sprint, and that's pretty good service. And everybody who talks down on Boost Mobile and has Sprint, shut up, because guess what? My service is about as good as your service, and you're getting cheated out of your goddamn money because I only have to pay $55 a month. How much do you have to pay on your unlimited plan? So shut up. Anyway, yeah, those are like basically like the cons for it. That's really it, because I mean, it's a good phone, so just to get that out the way. Just sometimes it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, and when it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, obviously you get annoyed. Alright, so some pros about this phone is I like how you can wander off on your phone when you're actually talking on the phone, but you have to have on your Wi-Fi to like get on like the internet or whatever. But everybody basically has Wi-Fi, so that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Another thing that I like is, even though Instagram works really crappy sometimes, like the Facebook app loads up pretty quick, the regular internet browser loads up pretty quick, and what else? Everything loads pretty quick on this phone. Another con, actually, that I forgot to say is the phone freezing. Yes, this phone does freeze a couple of times. You have to be aware that you have a task manager, and the task manager lets you end all of your apps on the phone, because if too many apps are running at one time, the phone will freeze. And then this is like a freaking 3 cases in one type phone case thingy. So if my phone freezes, I have to go through this, and then I have to go through this, and then I have to take off the back, then gotta peel out the battery, and then let it sit for a second. I hate it. So just be aware that you have to end your task manager at least once or twice. I do mine up to 3 times a day. So just be aware of that. But yeah, pros. Excuse me. The call quality is good. Text messaging, they send pretty quickly. I like the big editor. It's the button that has like arrows going like in a square, and if you press that, you can talk your text messages out. That's pretty awesome to me. But you have to talk really clear, obviously. Like, I did like the most terrible auto correct to my friend Fatima the other day. It was so funny. And I didn't recognize it because I'm so used to it doing everything that I say right. So when it actually sent and I saw what it said, I had to like tell like, oh my god. It was so funny. Some more pros is everything that you basically read about this phone is good. It lives up to its expectations. But like I said, like sometimes things don't work right. Sometimes things lag. Sometimes things just don't go to where you want them to go or load as fast. But like, I like this phone personally. I really do. And when the ringtones do act right, it's really loud. I like the music player. Sometimes the music plays by itself automatically. But that's not really a con. It's just like, it's kind of funny. So, but I mean, like, obviously you guys are gonna look at it probably as a con. But yeah, sometimes the music player plays automatically. But that's only if you don't like pause your music or something and you go off and you do other stuff, and then like maybe the song ends, and then like you might forget that you're playing music, and then it'll suddenly start back playing and probably scare the shit out of you, because it does me. What else? It's not really much to say with the pros, because not that it's so many bads, but I would think that you would want to know like the bad stuff about the phone more instead of like the good stuff, because like you can read about all the good stuff on the side when you get the phone. It's a nice looking phone. It's nice. It's durable. I haven't dropped this yet, but since I have like the Metal of Armor type case, my phone won't crack that easy. We all have heard that Android joke. You drop an iPhone, the screen cracks. You drop an Android, the floor breaks. So like, I don't think it'll like break that easily. But basically, yeah, that's basically it with the pros. You can just read up the pros online when you want to buy the phone, wherever you want to buy it. Just read them up online and you'll see. And it basically lives up to the expectations of what they put on the website. So my recommendation for this phone is, yes, definitely get it if you want an Android phone. I really love this phone. I love the customizations you can put on it, even though you have to have the phone rooted with getting a Wi-Fi tether. Other than that, like, you know, it's a pretty awesome phone. It works fast, and so far since I've had it, I've only had a couple of problems, which was the cons. But if I ever have like any more problems, obviously I'll make another video about it. But it's a good phone, so I honestly do recommend the Android, the ZTE Warp. Obviously you don't have to get it from Boost Mobile. I think it's like a Sprint phone too, and I think it's just so like in Sprint or something like that. And so yeah, it's not that difficult. I'm not saying it's a phone for your grandma, even though my grandma wants my phone. But she's gonna like learn how to do it herself and everything, and then she's gonna like come to me to ask. But it's not really that hard of a phone. It's like any other Android phone that you get. So yeah, that is my cons and pros on the ZTE Warp. I really hope you enjoyed this video.